Good morning, leaders. I cannot believe it is about like 3 or 4 days until Christmas. I hope that you are having a really peaceful, joyful holiday season, trying not to be too stressed out about all of the things. But I'm also really excited to talk to you today a little bit more about market research and coaching and how actually I approach both those things in a very similar way. So I'm excited to kind of share with you how doing better market research will also lend itself for you becoming a better coach, and just kind of like um, my mindset and my approach to it, and how actually it's pretty much similar, the same thing. But anyway, so for those of you who are joining in, all month long in December, I'm sharing with you just ways for you to go from an ordinary to extraordinary, for you to be able to use your experience and your expertise to be a coach or mentor, to grow your business and grow your influence as well. So let me dive right in today with today's topic of market research. So a lot of people have expressed a certain challenge to me lately about wanting to do better market research, because especially if you're starting out in your business and you want to grow an audience, there's a lot of things that you need to figure out, right? There's a lot of things that you want to create, and there's a lot of things that you have a lot of questions in your mind, specifically around, if you're a service-based provider, like what kind of offerings do I offer? How do I price them? Do I make it into a group program, a one-on-one program, a workshop? Do I do it like a short intensive, or do I do like a really long program? And so all of those things, all of those are really, really great questions, and I'd love to be able to help answer them. But what's even better is if you talk to real people who are in your target market, you're in your target audience, and ask them and be able to get, straight from the horse's mouth, like their answers, because ultimately you are here to serve your clients, and you are here to create the services and offerings that would really benefit them, meet their needs, and help them succeed. So what do I mean by market research? What I mean by that is really getting really specific and clear on who you're serving, and then putting on your detective hat and asking them questions so you really know what their challenges are, what their biggest desires are, like what their biggest dreams are, what their biggest goals are, maybe some things that are getting in their way, like why is this dream like so important to them, and then from there, how can you help them? What are some ways that they would, like, why would they be reaching out to you for you to help them, help serve them, help them create that change that they desire? So market research is your process of answering those questions, of really getting like data and real answers from those people, so that you can make better informed decisions of how to create all of your offerings and services and things like that. So I like to break it down into like market research into like two processes. First is sort of like your market, like your own, I call it like soul searching. So from you, starting with kind of like you, I don't know if you've ever heard of like a lot of ideal client avatar exercises. So these are basically worksheets, questionnaires, where you get to kind of brainstorm your own ideas of really pinpointing, visualizing, like if you're able to work with your ideal client, like what is she struggling with? What is kind of like her life and business like right now? What does she really, really want? What is she really working towards? And then how can you help her? And I can go through some more characteristics, like more specifically, like, like what's her life like? What kind of job is she in? What kind of relationships does she have? The biggest thing is, I think, what her values are, like what's important to her. And that's great. I think starting there is really valid, because then you're kind of in tune with like how you want to help people. But I think where people get stuck is they just fill out like a worksheet and then they think, oh, I've done my market research and I'm good to go. No, 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 no. That's just you, right? That's you dreaming up your own thing. Where the research happens and where the magic happens is if you go out and talk to real people to either confirm or to adjust um, those answers. So, the part two of market research then is to actually talk to people, really being specific on your target market. So, for example, if you are, let's say you are a virtual assistant and you really specialize in helping business owners with their social media presence. And so you figure that like business owners just are really busy all the time. Maybe they really want to become visible, but they just don't know which platforms to use, how to actually create the content, how to automate that to save time and money. So that's kind of like where you start. But then you go and you actually talk to some business owners that you probably would love to work with, and ask them like about what their challenges are, desires are, and how you can help them. And you might be surprised. They might say what you think you're saying, but they also might, I don't know, they also might surprise you with what actually matters. So once you do that, actually doing like market research phone calls with, I would say, as many people as you can, start to really notice like some common themes, some common words that they use, like how they're actually phrasing things, and really like being like a good detective of asking why and being a great listener. Because ultimately for you, it'll be a big win for you if you can understand these things so that you can create things that they would ultimately want to buy. And then at the end of that, you can specifically ask to like, hey, I'm thinking of creating a social media package where we streamline your Facebook presence. I'm thinking of doing it for like $99 for a whole month for X, Y, and Z. What are your thoughts? You can even get specific too. That's a way to pre-validate some of your offerings as well. I don't know, people might say, oh, that's a steal, or oh, it's too expensive. Just good to know. Just collect that data and you can figure that out for it yourself. Or if you're not quite comfortable with talking to people, you can also create a survey and have people fill out the survey. Or you could maybe just ask specific questions and for people as well. But there's like, I guess your goal is to actually confirm your thoughts with actual people who are specifically your target market. What are my other thoughts? Oh, so why market research is a lot like coaching. Because as a coach, your role is really to help people to change and help people to grow. And the way that you do that is by being a detective, by being really curious, by asking questions that get to the heart of what matters, and listening deeply to what they are saying, not so much what you want to hear, but what they are saying, and then reflecting back to them so that you act as a mirror of what their challenges are, what their desires are, and then what is a very simple and strategic way to move forward and make that progress. So if you notice that theme, like the way that I run my coaching sessions, it's actually very similar to the way that I do market research calls. In that way, you are empowering those prospects, those clients, but you're also empowering yourself just to know like that what you are creating will really connect and really connect with people and ultimately convert them into clients. Other market research techniques that you can use, again, just to confirm your data, just to make sure you're on the right track, would also be maybe more, I don't know, it's called passive or whatever, but really taking a look at your existing market and really seeing like, is this a topic that people are curious about? Is this a topic that people want to learn? So even something simple like going on Amazon and researching something like social media marketing techniques for the small business owner, and then maybe checking to see if there's a lot of books that pop up with that same topic, and maybe because if there are, that's a good indicator to you that people are interested in learning about this stuff. Same thing with Google. You can do that with Google, checking to see like maybe some relevant keywords that may pop up as well, and really understanding like what people are searching for, so then they can finally find you. So those are some things that I would recommend. Again, I always recommend talking to real people more than just playing the guessing game, because especially if you are a service-based business, or wanting to be a coach or mentor, that's who you serve, is real people. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. It may feel a little scary to kind of put yourself out there, and that's okay. But I think it's really important for you, again, to connect with people so that you create things that really, really are meaningful for them as well. And you can get your questions answered by them as well. Caveat to this, sometimes people don't really know what they want, and that's okay. Just know that, just keep that in mind too. Sometimes you create something that people tell you that they want, and it doesn't work out, and that's okay too. Business is all a big kind of experiment. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you, and if it was, please comment or share this video with other people. If you have any questions or comments too, feel free to tag me in the group. I'd love to help you out there. And just final reminder that the Extraordinary Entrepreneurs Mastermind is open for enrollment until December 29th. So if you're interested in joining a group of like-minded entrepreneurs who are looking to be consistent with serving their clients, building really authentic relationships, and creating compelling content, then I encourage you to join us. We'd love to have you. So you can feel free to comment or PM me with some more questions, or go to shichencoaching.com/mastermind. Hey Virginia, it's great to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for joining in and listening. And let me know, I know you are a big researcher yourself, so if you have any great tips, feel free to share them. I'm always up for learning more as well. Okay, have a great day. Bye.